I live in Manly, Sydney, Australia. I'm 57, my torso. Well, this is a result of 20 years of training. I'm mostly a bottom these days. I used to be a top, but I changed to a bottom. Pretty much, I couldn't control myself once I shoved my dick in a guy's ass. I just came. And it wasn't conducive to good sex. I think, like most, maybe, well, I don't know. Originally, I used to just, I'd put up in my profile, safe sex, blah, 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 blah. And then when people sort of said that they were prepared to meet, I would then say to them, well, look, you realise that I am HIV, I need to tell you that I am HIV positive. I have an undetectable viral load. I'm very happy to play safe, always play safe with negative guys anyway. If you don't want to hook up with me now knowing that I'm positive, I'm very happy with that, no hard feelings. And I think out of possibly 50 or 60 times, I got turned down once. For a while there, you weren't allowed to tell anyone your status, right? And then the law changed. And some of the sites sort of say, needs discussion and all. It doesn't make it easy for you to actually declare your status. And then some of the sites started to make it easier. And I thought, well, look, why not just say it? So I started declaring it, and I made it perfectly obvious in all my profiles on 4 different sites that I'm positive. And I couldn't believe my eyes. People came out of the woodwork, right? I get more sex now than I ever got before I declared it. There are so many people on those sites who are positive that don't say they're positive or say they're negative. It's astounding. I caught it from a guy who could prove to me that he was negative 48 hours before we had sex. He had the test results, but he had not yet seroconverted. So he could infect anybody and was infecting anybody. Now, we had unsafe sex, our mistake, my mistake. People think that because you've got a piece of paper that says you're HIV negative, that it's safe, but it's not. The only way you can say you're safe is have sex on one day, wait 3 months before you have sex with anybody, and then have a test. I think guys are looking for the perfect person now, and they're looking for everything to be controlled and everything to be right, everybody to be HIV negative and no risk of catching anything, no risk of catching any STD. Everything's got to be just right. And I think that has made guys sort of back away. Whereas 5 or 10 years ago, people just wanted to have a good time. Now, a good time is not good enough. It has to be a great time or a perfect time, or what I imagine a great time and a perfect time to be. And they're not getting it. Like, they're meeting up with some guy online and they're hoping that this will be the greatest sexual experience of their life, and it's not. So they get disillusioned. They go, oh, fuck it, I won't do it anymore. And you've only got to read people's profiles to get that. No time wasters, no this, no that. Anyone who's got more than 3 no's in their profile has a problem. When I got older, you start to get a fair number of quite young guys. They want you to do this daddy thing, which I am completely fucking hopeless at, right? I cannot play the daddy role. My boyfriend says, if you try the daddy role, people will just laugh at you because you just have no conviction in it. So I thought, okay, he's quite young, he needed to be discreet. Now, he said on his profile he was 18. He had to sneak out of home and all this kind of stuff, and could I pick him up and all this kind of stuff. And I said, yes, I can do all that. But I said, look, you will need to prove to me your age. And then he immediately came back to me with a note saying, well, I'm not actually 18, I'm only 17. And I went, oh, okay. But he said, I can prove to you that I'm 17, and I've got the documents that I printed offline that says the age of consent is now 16. He was stunning to look at, beautiful body, enormous cock, and he was into me so much, and as a result of that, I was just so into him, and we had a wonderful time. He brought the paperwork that he said he'd bring, and I felt comfortable because it was legal and all that stuff. There's nothing more pleasurable than having your own boyfriend tell you that you should be seeking someone else for sex. Like, that's true love. That's where there's no threat. You'll win some and you'll lose some. You'll meet up with some guys who you just go, wow, that was great, I wasn't expecting that. And you'll meet up with other guys and you go, well, that was pretty boring. But that's life.